Hey, what's up, everybody? It's Brian from USA.Patriot.Cards. Quick video today. I just want to talk a little bit about something that I discovered that you might like, and so I thought I'd share it with you. So, everybody has their favorite grading companies. Everybody has their favorite slabs. I have three of my favorite Luca cards here, all in different slabs. Okay, I think the PSA slab at the moment is the people's choice. Everybody seems to like that the best. It's thin. It just looks good. I love the sticker here as opposed to the metal cutout here on the BGS slabs. That's always been my thing with the BGS slabs. I just didn't like the metal part here. It kind of, you can hear it. It slides around in there. Sometimes this big one will get dislodged and start hanging down. It just, if you look at how it's cut, it just doesn't seem so as clean maybe as it should. I just think if they went with a sticker like PSA, that it would be more appealing aesthetically. But I'll tell you what, the more I see Beckett continuously selling for 60%, the 9.5s for 60% of what a PSA 10 does, the more I look for BGS slabs in terms of like PC items. Now, if I'm looking for an investment piece, I'm thinking, about trading or selling it for sure down the road at some point. I think it makes sense to stay in the PSA 10 range if possible. But yeah, I love the Beckett slab. I like the size of it. I like the sturdiness and the thickness of it. So you have that. And then you've got the SGC, where if you can see here, the Beckett and the PSA are roughly around the same size, right? And then you got this like SGC that's just a tick higher. And I think they need to shorten that. I think they need to take about a quarter of an inch off of their cases. And they have plenty of room to do it. I mean, you can see all the space they have. If they just bring that label down just a smidge, I think they can make it comparable to the PSA slab. But as it stands, it's a little bigger. It's one of the reasons I don't prefer SGC. I talked about this in an earlier video and debated whether I should cross this over to either one of these two, PSA or BGS, but ultimately I know I'm going to keep this, and just I'll show you why I kind of like this after I've thought about it in a minute. I think it looks really good in this SGC slab when I make one adjustment, but I just don't want to risk snapping this out and then sending it over to PSA and getting an 8, or trying to send it back to SGC and maybe I damage it along the way, and I'm going to be happy with a 9. There's no grades higher than a 9. There's PSA 9s. I think there's even a BGS 9, but there are no 9.5 or 10s in the white sparkle rookie. I think it has to do with, one of my friends showed me one time. There's something going on here with the white sparkles, and I don't know if you can see right in here. He had a term for it too, but it just looks like, maybe if I can get in that light, you can just see it's not a dimple, but it's like a little circle. He said like all the white sparkles from this year had it, and then that corner right there is not the sharpest I've ever seen. It's not bad at all, but got a little line you can see. And then I'm not sure if what's going on there, if they're like those row of, you can see almost little dimples. I don't know if that's on the card, or certainly looks to be on the card. But anyway, I'm happy to have this in the 9 that it's in. Now, what I want to bring to your attention today is this. Have you seen these? They're the, I don't think they're leather, but they're pleather. they're large window. The Card Case Pros are what these are. They even have they have the large window option, or they have a small window that only shows the actual like label. Everything else is covered up. I don't like that at all. I don't see what the purpose of that is, but I want to be able to see my card when it's in one of these things. But I like these things a lot, and I'll show you why. First of all, when I put this into, I put this SGC slab into this Card Case Pro, I just think that works. Look at that. The black frames the black. You got a piece of white, well centered right there. It just works for me, especially with this card with the white border and everything. I think it looks great. Then let me put the Beckett in here, and it's got just a little tab on the back. You put it in, you pull it down, and again, I like the large window. Shows the card very well, protects it. You don't even have to really have this slab in a protective sleeve if you have one of these, but I prefer both. And then finally the PSA slab in here, and it fits nicely as well. But here's the thing. When you have them in the Card Case Pro bags, now they're all the same size. You see? Now the actual slab in hand, although the Beckett's always going to feel a little more sturdy and a little thicker, you don't get this situation where you have the SGC that's abnormally bigger than the other two. Everything's the same size. I think it frames the SGC, like I said, really well. And I always thought guys that had these Card Case Pro bags were just, I don't know, just a little tad more fancy, a tad more sophisticated maybe than your average guy. Now I know that's ridiculous, but it's just preference. But one thing I did notice was when you put these all together, it kind of blurs the lines between the slabs, so that if you're impartial, like a lot of people are, maybe to the SGC or even the Beckett, it kind of brings it all together and makes it more uniform. So that's what I have for you. You can go to cardcasepro.com. It's a very simple website to use. Depending on how many you order, I think they're anywhere from $2.50 to $3 a piece on these. You order them in batches of 25. But yeah, I have all my bigger cards in these, and I just like them a lot. So that's all I got for you today. Take care. Happy collecting. We'll see you on the next one. Bye.